Hello everyone, it is time for a residential market update. As always, I'm excited to come to you and let you know what's going on in our real estate markets here in the DFW Metroplex. And so let's dive into it. As always, there's something to talk about. We're going into the buying season and selling season. In case you didn't know, from April to August in our area is prime season. And so what is going on in the current markets as in general is we're still in that locked in phase where the seller is not really there, non-existent. Inventory is very low still. Inventory is increasing. That's kind of the good news of this market update, but still low relative to demand. But even more than that, pricing is moderated and not correcting, and ultimately the price correction or an interest rate fall is what's going to get the market moving back to normal market conditions. And I really don't believe interest rates are going to be falling anytime soon. That's my personal opinion. I've been saying that since we've been going through this shift environment. I really believe the seller is ultimately going to feel it on the sales price correction in order for affordability to come back into the DFW market, at least relative affordability. It'll never be affordable like it was pre-COVID, before everybody started moving here into the DFW Metroplex, and you're moving in 100,000 people a year. It's just never going to be that again as far as affordability. So interest rates are, they bounced up, then they've come back down just a little bit, low sevens. You might be able to get a high 6 right now, depending on what you can negotiate. But so that's the kind of 10,000 foot view. Let's dive into our individual counties and kind of see what's going on county by county. So for home sales price, median sales price for you, the seller, this is what you care about. What is the value of your home doing? And basically, like I said, it's moderate to down. And so if you look at Rockwall County, it's down 4%. Kaufman County is down 4%. Dallas County is up 6%. And Collin County up 2%. So your home prices just really depends on where you're at and what market you're in. But overall, prices are basically flat over year is what I would say, to down just a little bit. That's what we're seeing in the market. And we really needed, raising interest rates is supposed to do this. It's supposed to bring affordability back in the market. We're beginning to see that with inflation. Inflation is slowly coming down. Prices at the grocery store are less outrageous than what they used to be. Used cars are coming back to Jesus, and you can buy a used vehicle at a reasonable price now, and even a vehicle at a price. And if you haven't noticed, there's some 0% financing incentives out there on vehicles because inventories are rising. And so let's dig into this a little further and talk about inventories coming up. So days on market, the average days on market are all up in Rockwall, Kaufman, and Dallas and Collin County. They're all around 30% up. Your days on market, so homes are sitting longer, and except for Collin County was showing 10% higher, and it's right around, your median is right around 30 days on the market. So it's still really good. They're not sitting on the market for months. This is not 2008, 2009 type market shift. And then we move on to month supply. So this one is really skewed, the month supply measurement. So what a month supply does is it measures how long it takes to move the inventory on the market. And it tells you whether you're in a seller's market, balanced market, or a buyer's market. And basically all counties are getting right around, they're around that, either they're right at a balanced market or they're at the end of a sales market. So Rockwall County, 3.8 months. Kaufman County, 5 months. So that would be considered a balanced market in Kaufman County. Dallas County, 2.8 months. Collin County, 2.6 months. Both those sellers markets. But even in Kaufman County, where it looks to be more like a balanced market, it's kind of skewed because it's off of a very anemic amount of transactions. So little inventory, anemic amount of transactions. So while it is a balanced market, don't think you can go in there and just make whatever offer you can, even though I am encouraging buyers, because homes are sitting on the market, to make those offers. Whatever it makes sense with you at your interest rate, make those offers, because that's what we're seeing deals get done in the market right now. And then inventory. Again, I just said car inventory is increasing. Inventories everywhere are increasing. That's what interest rates increase are supposed to do, so that prices can begin to come down, and inventories are increasing in DFW. Rockwall County up 21%, Kaufman County up 35%, Dallas County up 45%, Collin County up 52%. So those are some good increases in inventory, the amount of homes for sale. But you know, it's still 20 to 30% below what a normal market is. And that's why, if you read out there, you can Google it. That's why we're in the lockdown phase as far as transactions, is that we still don't have enough inventory to really begin to move the market, where the sellers begin to have to adjust their prices. The inventory usually increases and then prices fall. That's the market cycle. That's why we've been here so long, is we have not been able to get that big inventory increase to shift the market cycle. And that's why we've been stuck here for 2 years. That's what's going on in our market. And as a buyer, it's very frustrating. And as a broker, it's very frustrating. And new listings. So new listings are down 4% in Rockwall County, Kaufman County up 18%, Dallas County up 30%, Collin County up 36%. So again, the good news is that we are steadily getting more and more new listings, more inventory. We need to see a real huge infusion, so it's going to be really interesting over the next 60 days to see how much inventory comes to market during our buying and selling season, when people are making their move in between school, right? School's getting out. Everybody's dealing with it. I was just talking with an associate here that, you know, you're going to all the parties. Well, now it's time to make the moves. So it's going to be real interesting to see what our inventories do over the next 60 days in our buying and selling season. Pending sales, this would be an indicator going for May, are down 6% in Rockwall County, 1% in Kaufman County, 1% in Dallas County, and up 10% in Collin County. So all practical purposes, it looks like we're going to be flat year over year. And then home sales for April were up just a little bit, actually. And so, you know, that inventory increase is beginning to help transactions, it looks like, over the last couple of months. But it's very, very market driven where things are moving. And you may be saying, well, I've been sitting on my house for 6 months. What are you talking about, 30 days? And you know, my coaching for this update to you as a seller, because it's very difficult being a seller right now. You want to capture as much of your largest investment, most likely, or not. But my coaching to you is begin to bring that price down. Yes, you're giving up some equity, but the reality is the market is only going to pay so much with this interest rate environment. And ultimately, the way things are going, interest rates aren't coming down. So logically, what has to happen is prices have to come down. And ultimately, you get ahead of that curve before the price really comes down for that correction to shift the market back to affordability. And at the same time, the good news is when you lower the price versus in 2009, 10, 8, when you lowered that price, it still wouldn't move. That isn't the case in DFW. When you lower the price to where it hits the affordability meter, the whistles, bells go off. You'll ultimately see multiple offers in a lot of cases. And it's because we have a fundamentally really good market in DFW. We just have an affordability issue. In other words, there's a buyer there waiting to buy your property. And that's the difference between the Great Recession and what we're dealing with right now. We just have to get it to that price. And then you can make your move. Ultimately, you'll be able to go in and make an offer on something else if you're making a sale to purchase, and you're going to reap the same discount on the purchase. And you go and you make the offer lower. You make it and you make those offers lower. Don't be afraid to do that. I can't say enough. It's nothing personal. It's just a business decision for you and your family, and the same thing for the other side. Some people take it personal, but that's just what people do. But the reality is you got to do what's best for you and your family. And so I encourage you buyers to make the offers. You would be amazed at what is happening. What we're seeing in our firm is the sellers are like, okay, let's make a deal. They're getting what we call seller fatigue. And so that's my market update. As always, if you have any real estate needs, whether it's residential, buying a home, property management, or commercial, we would love to help you here at M&D Real Estate and give you a 5-star service, and look forward to hearing from you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.